Hello, people of the internet. How are you doing? My name is Dr. Mars, and I want to welcome you back to another episode right now, right here on Posho TV. If you're joining us, thank you so much for joining. To be a part of this community, click that subscribe button right away. And also turn on the notification bell icon to ensure that you get notified once we upload something new right here on Posho TV. Now, today tuko na mgeni tena from Kisumu, and he is a spiritualist. So maybe for those who are seeing him for the first time, he will say his name and then we get started. Karibu tena sana kwenye interview ya leo.
Asante sana. Kwa majina ni Nabii Gogo or Gogo. I'm a spiritualist. I also am a teacher in spiritual knowledge. I wake up people from this sleeping. People have been lied to, so I try to wake them up from everything that's happened spiritually, religiously, and even physically. So I'm also a balist, and I solve spiritual problem and physical problem.
Yeah, so many things are trending, including Edward Owuor's confession, the prophet. Edward Owuor has claimed that he is the one who brought in COVID-19, and also he's the one who is making Haiti to suffer from the wars which are happening right now. So maybe in your spiritual knowledge, what do you think? Is it the truth?
I laughed at that because the pure manipulation is going on into this cosmic realm or cosmic nature. You know, people have been fooled so many times, and people have been manipulated with so many issues. That's why you will see them following them because of lack of knowledge. So for those who can be manipulated, these are those who doesn't know their own history. If you don't know where you came from or you are coming from, and you won't know where you are going, and that's why anybody can tell you anything, and you believe and you follow. So my brother, I call him my brother because he is from our place, or is just my neighbor here. The like of Ezekiel is also my neighbor here. We are Luos, we are all of that. So, and the Luos and the power and the manipulations, we know. And okay, let me start with the Haiti.
Yes.
How can war cause Haiti problem? Who doesn't know the history of Haiti? The first black country to get independent. And since they are independent, Haiti is just a small country, and since that, they were made unstabilized because of their fight to be independent their own. And these people wanted to control these places. And so many things has happened. That's a black country. He is not even before, I don't know when was 19 these people got independent and the war started Haiti before even a war became a prophet. So that is an allegation, a false allegation he has made. And that's pure manipulation. And nobody can accept that. Before I enter to that, now the corona. Who doesn't know the origin of corona? In fact, corona was even there before. Do we know that corona did not even affect us the way it affected those white countries? And corona mostly in Africa was pure manipulation. And most of them, even if it was there, but it was not the way they were putting it. I think you saw those who denied these things, they were killed, like Magufuli and whatever. So this is the WHO created this, and this was a form of bringing, our sickness as Africans is their business, and they made that Africans must be poor for them to be rich. As long as we become rich, they won't be rich. And so when we are suffering from these diseases, they are creating the virus and creating antivirus. So they make business with us. No any other prophet brought this. This is a man-made disease. They create it and they made it in lab. I don't know, even those who are graduate from that, having masters, and the professors are clapping for this statement. The professors who has so many history knowledge about medicine and how these things are being made. The professor who has so many history knowledge about how the Western countries, the Westerners are manipulating us with these so-called diseases and poverty state system. And we are trying to get out of this. And the same fellow brothers are bringing the same Euro-colonial system. This is a Eurocentric system they are bringing so that they continue controlling us. We are trying to get out of this. The same brothers which can deliver from this, who are on top and the top of manipulation system and influence, that the people who should deliver this thing and make people aware and create people. This guy is trying to make people to follow him because he has lost everything. All this manipulation he has made and allegation he has been doing before. Now people are waking up and he's getting out of hands to receive more people the way he was receiving. You know, when now Owuor cannot control now. I told you last time when I was talking about the Ezekiel, the realm system only accept one person. Accept one person to reign the territory. Only one king now who is still there. And he will step aside. Owuor must step aside. There cannot be two kings in one territory. He must step aside. Only Ezekiel now is trending. He's on the realm. He has captured the realm authority. He's the one controlling this. Owuor must go down. When Ezekiel entered, Owuor started going down. Now he's coming up with the anger, threatening, which is not right. A spiritualist or a religious leader who will say that he talks with God. In salvation, there's two ways. In fact, three. No anger. No jealousy. And there's another one here. Lust. If you don't have lust, you don't have anger, you don't have jealousy, you have received a Christ. What is the meaning of salvation when you are still creating or threatening people? How can you threaten people to follow you? You force people to follow you. You can't give a threatening message to public and expect this public to follow you. If you don't hear me, if you don't accept me, no, look for a way. These people, how they started following you religiously, look for that way and they follow you again religiously. You know, people will follow you when your deeds are good. People will not follow you when you start showing them bad deeds. And is now getting out of hands onto this. He don't receive, people are reducing each and every time. And he cannot be accepted where he has not done good. That's why he's manipulating those places. The last time he was in India, and the last time now he's trying to show off. Whenever he talks, he only considers those who are outside. California people, Florida, Brazil, those people are okay. Let them welcome you there where you can manipulate them. Have you seen those who are worshiping in that church? How they really are? I know I'm sorry to offend some of the followers there, but the truth is, you have been captured spiritually. You have been imprisoned. This is spirituality is a free thing. You should be free. And human being who has been free is uncontrollable. And that uncontrollable is what people don't want. Religious don't want it. Administration doesn't want it. When you are free, you should be put in a bondage. That's why the economy of a country, when it has been put in a free way, whereby when they destabilize the economy, where everybody is rich, there's no money there's no debt into the country, the economy is free. Now these people, the government, all those who are controlling, will not get any benefit. When you are not sick, the health sectors will not get their payment. When religious leaders, everybody knows God, you don't depend on them. Nobody will go to church. How will the religious leaders survive? No. They must manipulate you to make you feel that you are in prison They are the only people who should get you out of that prison. You cannot get out without them. They are only people who are talking to God. Nobody has talked to God. That is a big lie, and nobody can just come to me. I talk to God. These games. Even the Western Africans are playing. I talk to God. I went to God and made some pictures with him. You see this playing, and they're talking this to those who are professors and having masters, and they're clapping for these shits. We should be watchful and have a spiritual eye. Now, how can we stop this manipulation? Know God by your own. Read that Bible if it's a matter of getting that God from that Bible. These people read that Bible, that's why they got this thing. But so long as the problem is the knowledge they have is what the public doesn't have. That's why they manipulate. You can only manipulate with the knowledge you have, because you know what they don't know. You give them what they don't know. But now some people, instead of giving the public the right thing, they're twisting these things so that this public can depend on them. Now they will tell you how to dress with those even tied ties. I don't know, those tied clothes. Even hata kuna jua with you long whatever, and you always ukipata mwenye akaomba kwa Owuor, that person does not even huwezi sema tu ako born again. And the people wao ndio wanapenda kupinga sana of being born again. You cannot tell me you are born again and you are having jealousy. You don't know how to live with your fellow brothers. You cannot tell me you are born again and you have anger in you. You excrete anger. You threaten people. You don't like people's things. Look at them. Almost all of them. I don't know, that is how they get that teaching from their father. You cannot tell me you are born again and you have lust in you. If that lust in you, you like people's things. You take people's property. Lust in you. That's why Nicodemus alimwambia, give all your property to the poor. That is lust in him. At what will I do to enter the kingdom of God? Yes, Jesus. I've done everything. I've obeyed the 10 commandments. Give. Then love is the greatest commandment. If you have love, you don't have jealousy in anybody. If you don't have all these things, you are threatening people and you are escaping anger, you have lust the way he has, is taking people's property. No, the kingdom of God does not belong to you. You belong to another kingdom. I'm not afraid to tell him belong to another kingdom. With the followers, he's following blindly to that kingdom is that. No, Christ came for, he did not come for righteous people. He came to deliver those who are in the bondage, prisoned. So long as delivering, what is the meaning of deliverance? You deliver people from all the 3 things I said. When somebody delivers you from anger, he gives you loves in you. When you have loves in you, all these things is finished. That is where you excrete Christ in you. Christ said that if somebody slaps you here, give him here. Who can do that? He has been slapped this side. He's trying to threaten Kenya. Now if you slap me the other side, you will see me. That is not somebody who has Christ.
So in your opinion, do you think Owuor is a true prophet of God?
He was, when he was starting, he has lost astray. He has lost the direction where he's going. He's now moving on. Because the lust is now excreting the anger inside him. And this, everything has a time. During his reigning time has finished. It's over. Now he should now be guiding people. Not excreting anger, forcing people to follow him. No. How can you force people? You should respect. That's why you say that there is a respect of this kingdom. Respect it at every kingdom. Respect it at every religion you have. If you lose that respect to those people will not respect you. You respect each and everybody's God and opinions. We have respected his opinion, but no, we don't accept the manipulation. That is wrong.
Now, last week we talked about some signs of Benny, some signs that show that Ezekiel has taken away the powers from Benny, and very many people have appreciated. I looked at the comment section and they're saying that you taught them, you opened their eyes. Now, do you think we have signs that Owuor is using that are maybe luring Christians, luring his followers into his teachings?
Yeah. There are many signs. In spirituality, there are what we call receiving and giving. And I can detect 1 to 3 people who have those gifts. There's somebody who has the gift of giving people. Nobody will give you in this life. If you are to give people, you'll only give. Even if you don't have, people just come to take it away from you. And those who people, they normally are receivers. They receive each and everything. Those are the people who are easily being manipulated. For somebody who is a giver, he cannot be manipulated in an easy way. That's why you will find in the leadership places, in high rank places, they are teachers, they teach. Means teachers are givers, they give. And some of the time they give until they lose whatever they have. That's why they give and teach those children or whoever they are teaching and become more rich than them. And then they might remain poor. And yet the person is the only person who has, he will say that I taught that president, I taught that minister, now he's very richer than me. No, that is the bridge. That those who are born to be bridge, people are stepping on them to pass the other side. And also that those who are born to receive everything from anybody. So you have to be very careful, because that there are ants who have turned to evil. They receive and take all from you. So when you are giving, you have to know, you have to receive also, you gain more in a store. So not everybody, not everybody who has evil eyes or evil hands take everything from you. Physically, when you greet somebody with the left hands, how many people will accept you?
None.
Thank you. When this corona came, now the greeting of Jamaican greeting or Rastafarian's greeting started. Now people they didn't welcome it. So before they were saying it's a satanic thing. Do you know the reason why they introduced this thing, the feast kind of, because you are holding your blessing. This in touch of greeting, there's so many things which are on the palm. We call them the palm reading. Somebody can read your destiny through your palms. So somebody can also take your destiny through your palms. So when somebody greets you through the hands, the right hand is the hands for giving. He gives. He has taken whatever belongs to you. Somebody, when is too much or within certain seconds, that's why it's not proper for you to greet somebody for more than 2 seconds. It's just on your hands.
You should not hold the greeting.
No, don't hold the greeting. Look very carefully when you go to the village. When you go back to the village and somebody has held you for more than certain seconds, that person has an intention of transferring the energy in between you to that person. And this is how they steal people's star, through the hands. Somebody will just come and greet you and go back. You'll never make it in life again. Either you're going to die on the road, or you have a job, or you're going to experience financial problem. It won't be good for you. That's why it's not also proper to give somebody money through the right hands.
Using the left.
So, not at all. Have you ever seen the Indians, how they give money? Have you ever met an Indian person exchanging money with your hands?
Not yet.
Because of why? He will take whatever belongs to you with his hands. But whenever he gives you his money, or the change coming from him, he'll put it on the table. If you're keen, go and look. They don't do that. Or, after putting the table, he will transfer this money to the right in the left arm, to neutralize the poison. Any spiritual and physical poison in that money, they will neutralizing it through the hands. So the issue of giving money, maybe I'll talk it on. Giving money in the morning, it's not proper for you to give money in the morning. The early in the morning, somebody's coming, just tell me I drink tea, whatever. It is not proper. Always give your money in the afternoon when the sun is going down. That's where the evil eyes are not seeing. And when you're giving anybody's money in between, you try to speak with that money. If you have anybody intention in this money, please let it not work. It's when you give. Try to pass through the left arm. When you're sitting somewhere, try to wipe it with the left arm. Left hand will neutralize any physical and spiritual poison that has been put on there, because this is a neutralizer naturally. God gave us every weapon to defend ourselves. Now, let me go back to the issue of Owuor. Owuor was telling people to lift. And when I lift up my left arm like this, left hand, I'm going to give. How many want to receive whatever? Receive the blessing. You can't receive a blessing through the left. Left does not give. Left always receive. Right. For those who are blessing people, those who are givers, the pastors and leaders, they will always give through the right. The receivers, please, people receive through the left. Because if you receive through the right, you won't receive. You are going to give. Is getting what belongs to you through your left arm. Because even these pastors, they grasp whatever you have in them. Anybody who is wise can, and you have something good in you, they can take away. That means somebody say that he has taken away my star. Somebody has taken my star away from me because of lack of knowledge you have in you. So it was a lie for Owuor to hold his left hands to give people blessing. He was receiving from these people. No,
It was taking away the blessings from
in a way, because he is now losing a lot. He has to take away from these people. Somebody who is praying for you or doing for you any deliverance. I know there are kind of deliverance that will need for you to remove the negative forces through your the pineal face. We have what you call. Have you seen a pope? That what do you call stick that Pope normally holds? Nibakora, the cross. There's a cross. Then in between the cross, there's something like pine. Do you know the meaning of the ancient time? The pineal gland, the pine cord. So there's a cord, what we call the pine. The pine gives a cord in the universe. So every universe uses the cords. We use what we call every parts of these kingdoms. We use what we call the cords. So each and every thing, even the opening doors, there is numbers, there's code. Even whatever we use, even the toothpaste we use, there is codes. For you to say this is natural and chemical, and this is pure chemical.
Yeah, somebody talked of that. There is a green thing, a black
green, a black one, a mark, and these are the codes. So codes can be marked. That's why you see there's a code, 666 code, the mark of the beast. So this 666 code, there's also the code of universe. So the 666 is the 6 proton, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. These are the codes of the melanic code, that these energies are being excreted through sun, and our melanin body also produce the same. So we align to the sun, and that's why we are being told not to use that code. It's a demonic. It's not a demonic according to my knowledge. The code align itself with the melanin. So was the melanin. Only the black people has it. So it is the coming of the beast is the rising of a black man. That's why they were trying to hide this. There are rising of a black man. So awakening of a black man. When a black man awake, is we start receiving whatever belongs to him through the universe, through the sun. So the sun is create everything that is in the skin. The protons, the electrons, the neutrons, we produce that. And our body receives that from the sun. So we are the son of the sun. Not what the Europeans giving us is something which is elusive and manipulative. And they have had so many knowledge about that. Now, the shouting of this guy that if we don't worship him, we are going to see fire. Nothing like that. That's a mere threat he's giving for the followers who are blind and following blindly. Those that doesn't know knowledge about spirituality. Spirituality has no threat to anybody. Religion has the division to all this. It divides the congregation. It will tell you not to go there. and is now feeling pain because most of his followers has gone to Ezekiel, has gone to some people because they cannot get whatever they want from it. Not everybody gets a solution to one person because it depends with the kingdom where you belong. There are so many kingdoms in these Africans, and these Africans, they created this kingdom even spiritually. We have a Baganda kingdom, we have the Zulu kingdom, we have the Ashanti kingdom, we have the Luo kingdom, within the Kemet kingdom, we have the Kush. All this, you cannot be in the Buganda kingdom and receive all your, you have to receive the deliverance within the Buganda kingdom. There were kingdoms we are not supposed to share because the spirit were different, and the problem which caused those, the spirit that caused those problems were different. They belong to certain kingdom. That's why if you don't receive your deliverance through church or through religion, you can also seek it through other kingdoms. It is not bad because you are seeking the deliverance, but you are the same with that person who is in the religion and excreting anger and excreting lust, excreting jealousy and killing people, and you are in the Christianity. You are the same with somebody who is doing witchcraft to somebody. Witchcraft, what is witchcraft? You can be a witch and you do all witchcraft also in the church. It does not mean that you are now Christian. You are now not a witchcraft, a practitioner. So you are practicing witchcraft. It depends with the two ways, negative and positive. So when you do it a negative one, even if you are in any religion, it won't be work for you. You will still be in a pastor and a prophet, and you are still a witchcraft practitioner. Because practicing witchcraft, which is the negative one, is making people to feel pain of what the warning you are giving them. If they don't do that, you make them feel pain, which is not right. When somebody who has received Christ, whether is a witchcraft, and he has Christ in you, Christ does not mean that he didn't have any church or any religion. He did not form any religion. So don't say that this is the Christ church. That is wrong. The religion was just an organization which was organized with certain people who has a certain knowledge to influence and manipulate people so that they can control them with that book. Because last time I said the book of the Bible was just a psychological book. It's not a mythological book. So when you read this mythologically, you reason mythologically. When you reason psychologically, you reason it psychologically. So that's why we have to go deep and deep and deep spiritually. We look out what is inside there. You can both use it through positive or negative. Can manipulate, can also lead in a rightful way. But the issue of us hiding this from God, God has its own ways and his own people. So you cannot threaten and drive away. He's making people to run away from God, like God is a bad guy, which is not right. God is a good guy who's always looking for us. Yeah. And he's looking for us. And he was asking Adam, where are you? He was looking for him. Come back. He's not a bad guy. The devil actually did not make anything. Why are you giving a devil a possession? God is one in two. So understanding of God concept. In fact, it's not even right for me to call him God, because according to my knowledge, God has no name. He is a supreme being. He is a natural, what do we call it? Is in everything. God is in human being, is in plants, is in stones, anything natural God exists in. So the existence of God is not limited. You cannot limit him into a certain group or a certain thing or a certain name. He has no name. He has never told anybody that I am God. That is etheric mind. Those who are in the etheric mind, fiction's mind, thinking world, will tell you that I saw God. God talked to me. It is the mind, the spirit that dwells, moves around your mind, is the one that controls. We have the angel, guardian angel, and that is according to Christianity. We have in Africanists, we have the spirit, the mother spirit that brought us here, and that is the spirit that will first sleep with us sexually or pens everybody. That's why you will see you had a wet dream, or the first period time, because these are the spirit will not sleep with us for the first time. They are the spirit that guide us. So when you say that God talks to me, you limit him. It depends. The experience of God you have inside you is what will give you the wide understanding of the God inside you. We all have him. He can speak with anybody through the spirit, because we cannot speak to God when we are in the physical body. This is the heaviest body that cannot access God. During the time of Garden of Eden, God created Eden was in the spiritual, and the earth, where he did not want man to go there, was in the physical. And he was controlling both, because he had both sides. You said the omnipotent, omnipresent everywhere. And I don't know where he created, what devil created on this earth. Nothing. That's why you see people give the devil what not belongs to him. And the greatest sin, I said last time, is running away from God. When you run away from God, God will look for you. And we keep on running away from God. Through manipulation, we get through these religious leaders, or those who govern us. They manipulate us so that we can run away from God and think that they are only people who is close to God. Everybody is close to God as long as you know him. Christ is just an energy. Christ is a bridge. Christ is a lift. He is a stairs that links you with the God. So long as you remove the three things I said last, jealousy and anger in you, you receive a Christ. God dwells in a peaceful place. So long as you are peaceful, you receive the blessing of him inside you. You receive the peaceful of that God inside you. You feel heaven inside you. But when you are in a disturbing condition, you are in a sickness condition, you are in a mysterious condition, you'll feel hell. The Satan dwells in you now, because you start thinking outside God plans. You think things, you think anger in you. When you escape, God doesn't want anger, because that, so long as you say you have run away from him. So the moment Owuor said that in a hungry way, if you don't have giving a warning, a religious person does not give a warning to anybody. He welcomes everybody in him. Jesus did not give a warning to anybody. He always welcomes. In fact, those who are righteous, he was not, Owuor loves those who are righteous. Oh, these people are wicked. Those now who is against him, he doesn't. Jesus loves those who are against him. In fact, there's nowhere he resisted, because he went to the Pharisees, these tax collectors, the fishermen, the prostitute. He was walking onto all these sectors, or those who are doing bad to people. He was bringing them to Christ, to know Christ, making them to change, not punishing them, or not condemning them, or not warning them. No. That is not how the kingdom of God works. But people think when you are in that position of manipulating few groups, you tend to be in a position of communicating with God. What if you are in the negative side of God? You are not in the positive side of God. Those who are in the positive side of God, even if you provoke them, they don't feel the jealousy in them. They still find a way, a solution of welcoming you back, of handling everybody in there.
Now, I know we have had very many pastors who are also controversial, just like Owuor. We have this pastor who keeps on saying that I don't know whether you have watched him. He's using a language that is kind of coded. I'm giving yororo. So I'm giving what? So what should Christians do for them to avoid?
Yeah, Ororo is a certain spirit the guy is using. Ororo is the name of spirit he's doing. Who is Ororo in a physical language? You can say, you always say Ororo, and he performs these miracles. And most of this, I always say that every pastor has a kingdom, and as the ancient kingdom where they operate. And Ororo is the spirit they're working for. And this is the spirit that manipulates the pineal cords of these guys. You see, you will see most pastors with the certain ring them in their, either on the left, the right, the ring which is not a marital ring. I think is allowed for you to only, the left side, when you are married, you put it here. So this one is the booking. And now when you get married, you are being married here. You remove the engagement ring. Now the married ring. When you see somebody is putting them the other side, this is for giving out power. The left side is receiving power from anybody. All these things has the meaning spiritually. Anybody, any putting anything, means you are wedding yourself to that spirit. Or spirit, or I don't know where he has wedded that thing from him. Most pastors will see them with that stone-like, with a bluish or red or black. In that stone ring, you'll see something like the brain of a human being, the picture of a brain inside that ring. It contains the cerebrum and the cerebellum, both of them like this. So the upper and the lower part of the brain. In between this contains the pine, which is the pineal gland. So the pineal gland, physically, spiritually, is the third eye. So this is the eye that they do according and decoding of the information. When you cannot accord an information and you cannot decode any information, you become, what do you say, imbalance in your thinking. So like this disorderness comes into your system. So when these people wants to accord your information, they can tell whatever the future and the past in you, which might be right or wrong. I cannot say that. It depends on the information the code gives. Is like tapping, is like a device. You know, the body is a computerized. So that device, it taps the information inside you, and somebody can read it, everything. So these people use now, they extend and use the physical device, which is wrong, because we have the spiritual device which is inside us. I can say and say we read like this, and we can do you reading without any physical device that is helping us to read you. Now when this thing has tapped the information, they will use them to do this and do that. That's why you see the podium is like, they'll tell you raise like this. This is the device is controlling that. They control you. And how can you get a person, how can you get people to fall through using that physical device? Now you make them first into a worshipping position. You make you exhaust the physical body to get tired. That's where they create the worshipping, the praise and worshipping team. Now praising is to activate the physical body. Now you'll praise and dance and dance and dance, you get tired. Now these people introduce the worshipping time. Now how do you worship? In a worship, in ancient time worshiping, you have to be in a slow motion.
So the songs should be
slow. That's why you enter yourself in the realm easily. And that is the communication, that is the language of the spirit. When you have to get, because the body, as the physical body is the heaviest body onto those other bodies. Now, after you become now exhausted, the body will relax. Now the spirit take off. Move with that slow motion song to the spiritual world. You'll be easily fall because now there's no balance. Have you ever met somebody falling? It's very rare for somebody to fall when he's sitting like this. Watch, they will make you stand. Alafu you become imbalanced. And they will tell you, do like this while you are flopping. Now you get out of the body, the spirit get out of the body. After getting out of the body, what do? The body become unstable. When the body has now become unstable, anything can happen. You can fall anytime. Now they use the spirit the way they want. So some pastors will just use the movement of the song, the movement. So they get your spirit out of your body and they control it the way they want it. Now you find, if you fall down, does not mean you get delivered. You can fall down because of the spirit has get out of your body unknowingly, manipulatively. You have to be watchful. Don't just go to those churches you see people falling down, not knowing why are they falling down. Don't just go to churches people are speaking in tongues, not knowing why are they speaking those tongues. Who is translating these tongues that's saying to other people? What is the importance for you speaking in tongues while people are not understanding? The churches have become dramatic. It's like a drama movie they're playing. And people are very seriously sick outside here. People are very serious, need deliverance. So, how can you be, people go to churches. Somebody's being delivered from here. You are standing. Where are you, after getting that principality, moving those illegal principality to that person's body? Now, after divorcing this principality, where are you taking them to? Because even Jesus deal with this principality, the illegal ones, and they ask him, now where are you taking us? Akawapea kwa nguruwe. Na nguruwe was just a container that will lead them, just to travel them to the lake. Lake is where every spirit lives. Lakes is where everything starts. In that lake also is another world. Yeah. Now, if pastors deliver, where are they taking this spirit? Because in traditionally, there must be a blood out of blood. There is a negotiation with the blood to make the spirit feel that he has win. If this person was given a spirit to kill him, what should you do? You can't just deliver this spirit and you hang it. There's some spirit will just part ways with this guy, anamgoja pale kwa mlango. Ukienda nje, umeshatoka nje hivi, wanaenda na wewe. And this guy is going to be beaten. When you deliver somebody, you have to know which principality am I dealing with. Is it the legal principality of Ari? A legal principality or illegal principalities? These are principality. There must be a witness while you are dealing with it because they came with the witness. And there must be negotiation with these people. Negotiation, you give them what they wanted from this person. If they wanted to kill, you kill an animal to exchange. That people in even ancient time, traditionally, where they go and kill even the fellow human being to exchange their death with that person. So you see, somebody was sick and he is now okay, and somebody is dead next to him. So there's the exchange of that's why you see some of the bad people were living long. Hata hao waganga ama hao this wazee, they were living long. Wakikuwa wagonjwa kidogo hivi, anaenda kuchukua mtu, sacrifice kwa mtu, ule mtu ndiye anakufa, and I live the life of that person. So that's how life is. Life is a matter of sacrificing. And that was the negative side. Now the positive side is like sacrificing animal to this spirit. You give them the blood. So these animals accept any blood.
Because they don't choose.
They don't choose. There's some who demand because it depends with the foundation they were laid on. Upata ka foundation walilay with the big ram or the bull. Wakilay on that foundation on the bull. So you have to give them that bull. If it was a ram, you give them the ram. If it was a chicken, you give them that chicken. It was not devilic. Because even how many people eat chicken? How many people slaughter lamb? Ushaona butcher, anybody who is doing a butchery job akikufa ovyo ovyo? Why? He used to sacrifice. Have you seen somebody who is working in a butchery just dying anybody, anyhow? Even their children will not die any just normal death. Because of what? They maintain that is the secret of life. They're doing that. So those who are doing butchery, who's that person who likes butcher, who likes slaughtering animals, he won't die anyhow because he gives the spirit the blood. Because the world is a matter of giving and sacrificing. So the sacrifice was only for the blood sacrificing, animals and fruits. It was not for money. Now this now modernity ways, they say it's money, which is also okay, no problem. But it depends now, where do you go with this money? Yeah. So we have to be very keen on each and every time these people. My friend, don't. I normally say no. Don't pastors. These pastors, no problem. They are doing their job because maybe they are accessing the higher powers. That those who accept them, the lower powers, no problem. But salvation is not for everybody. They cannot. Not everybody gets salvated through church. That those who have been in those churches for more than 30 years, they have never get any help.
30 years.
More than 30 years. We'll say, I've prayed, and I've prayed, I've never get any help. My friend, if it is a matter of go and seek your salvation somewhere else. Because you cannot praise God while you are in trouble, while you are in sickness, where you are in pain. Your property is being taken away. Ukiwa kwa hiyo kanisa, the only thing you are thinking is how they have taken your property. The only thing is how you have been sick, how the family is suffering. When you are in that church, it won't help you anyway. You cannot praise God when you are not at peace with yourself. God only dwells in a peaceful place. That's why you say the good things only dwells in a peaceful ground. You cannot be in a house you are living with your wife or your husband, and each and every time you are colliding, you are quarreling every time. Do you think even money will stay there? It can't. Nothing good can come out from that unpeaceful ground. You have to settle yourself, settle your bill with the spirit you have. It's when you will gain the spiritual welcoming with God. God only lives in a peaceful place. Settle yourself peacefully. It's when now you receive that.
Okay, maybe final words as we wrap up the show. Maybe you can give people your contacts and where you are located. If people want more teachings, because I've discovered that you are so wise. You have some more information. So maybe people want to learn more about spirituality. So how can they access you?
Okay, I'm in a different platform. And most of the teachings you can get in different platforms, you'll see. Only if you just tap Nabii Gogo, that is the logo I use, Nabii Gogo in YouTube. You'll find a lot of teaching there in different platforms. And also, mostly you can contact me directly for counseling and spiritual solution or problem. We can also try that. That some few people at least we have engaged with, at least we've worked with them. Some of them have been delivered, and we are also trying to at least to reach more people, at least to deliver more people. The only thing I can advise, maybe you have to listen to the content of everything. There are people who just judge everything without you listening, because when you see Owuor there, without you, because they have been manipulated, they have been blocked mind, you have to think, have to know. You be somebody, if you want to be somebody who like knowing, you have to know through everything. Listen to everybody is when you'll know. Don't be just, that is what I know. No, I'm just reading that book. No, you cannot tell me that 66 book can make you know everything in this world. And then you are telling me blood of Jesus will do what with me? So you can contact me directly through my WhatsApp number or call. I know those who are in abroad actually have so many followers there. They normally call me, at least we get along well. Yeah, with them, at least we try to solve 1 to 3 of their problems. So 07 57 10 12 25. 07 57 10 12 25. So that is my WhatsApp number, and you can also call me directly. And also, you see, when you have to be delivered, actually, good things does not come for free, because we also want to reach more people. It doesn't come for free. So that those who like free things, you do for me this, you do for me that. And we also spend a lot on doing 1 to 3 spiritual. We look for you how we do, because I'm a herbalist. Sometimes I travel even to Uganda to get some of my herbs. I travel to so many places to get some of the herbs I used. So for me to at least to make my call reach to so many people. Yeah, so if you want something good, it's not for free. You don't just talk too much. I give you counsel too much, because you can talk too much with some people, like you call them talk too much. They feel that, okay, no, because whatever I ask costs you. Even if you go to hospital, you can't get it for free. Even if you go to those pastors, you don't go to get them for free. Where's the end of hospital? You end utibiwe bure. Yeah, no. But we don't say that we charge anybody, but we charge only for the things we use. Yeah, that's what I wanted to put clear to people, maybe. So if you want me to help you in any way, you don't expect I'm going to help you for free. Yeah, because I used things, spiritual tools, to help you. And also travel. Sometimes I travel to their places, because sometimes you travel to Embu, Meru, Mombasa, nini. So you have to also garamia. Why is it transport along? At least for you to get something good, at least to delivered from this. And we do for you something practical, you see. Not that something you don't see. After that, you feel relief. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for at least finding some time to enlighten the world. And one thing that I'm happy about is that we are doing this content in English, so it will reach as many people as possible. Yeah, so guys, that has been it for today. See you on the next one. Bye bye.